with the multiverse. One physicist whose work unexpectedly helped lay the foundation for the multiverse idea is Alan Guth. Today, he's a professor at MIT. But back in 1979, Guth and a colleague, Henry Tai, were pursuing a new idea about how particles might have formed in the early universe.
Henry suggested to me that we should maybe look at whether or not this new process that we were thinking of would influence the expansion rate of the universe.
Guth and Tai hadn't set out to investigate the expansion rate of the universe in the first moments after the Big Bang. But Henry Tai's question caused Guth to review their calculations one more time.
I stayed up quite late that night and went over the calculations very carefully, trying to make sure everything was correct.
As the night wore on, Guth discovered something extraordinary in the equations describing how new particles might have formed in the early universe.
And came to the shocking conclusion that these newfangled particle theories will have a tremendous effect on the expansion rate of the universe. The kind of process Henry and I were talking about would drive the universe into a period of incredibly rapid exponential expansion.
What Guth found in the math was evidence that in the extreme environment of the very early universe, gravity can act in reverse. Instead of pulling things together, this repulsive gravity would repel everything around it, causing a huge expansion.
I immediately became very excited about it and scribbled out the calculation in my notebook, and then at the end I wrote "spectacular realization" with a double box around it. So I realized that if it was right, it could be very important.
By discovering this repulsive gravity, Alan Guth had unintentionally shed light on the very beginning of the Big Bang. Described mathematically, this force was so powerful, it could take a bit of space as tiny as a molecule and blow it up to the size of the Milky Way galaxy in less than a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a blink of an eye. After this incredibly short outward burst, space would continue to expand more slowly and cool, allowing stars and galaxies to form just as they do